Hi, I'm Eric Houston, and welcome to In Focus. This month, we're focusing in on A Fresh New Day. Debuting on our station within the last couple of years, A Fresh New Day is a spiritually encouraging program that features inspirational interviews and on-site reporting. Let's take a look.
Like heroes of armed forces and Eagle Scouts with regal medals and attire, Full Gospel Fellowship of Native America Ambassador Bill Butler explained the meaning of his Native American regalia.
Yeah, it takes us back to who we are, who our ancestors were, and we're very honored to wear what they wore many years before us. And all of this represented something. And our dancing, we dance before the Lord as they did. Their ceremonies, they dance before the Lord. So we're dressed, we're carrying on something that's been handed down to us, and it's very dear to our hearts. And we're being who we are. And that's very important to us. And we're Christians. We're armed with the gospel now.
Yes.
And we still can enjoy our dress and our regalia.
All right, and that was A Fresh New Day. I'm here with Anita. Anita, how are you tonight?
I'm good.
Good. So Anita, what first brought you to North Metro TV?
I saw on your billboard that you were looking for community producers, and I thought I would like to do that.
Why is that? Like, what about that appealed to you?
Well, I'm a writer, and I'm a communications person, and I trained in TV, but I've done writing and that type of work rather than producing my own show, so I wanted to do it.
Okay. And tell us a little bit about your writing career. What kind of things do you write? What's your experience there?
Well, I've written all kinds of things, children's books, illustrated them, corporate copy, marketing, ads, scripts.
Lots of stuff?
Yeah.
Lots of stuff. And you sing as well?
Yes, I do.
What do you sing?
Well, I sing at my church. I'm a worship leader.
Okay.
And so I sing also at weddings, and I've done community events. So I've done classical, contemporary, secular, and Christian.
There you go. And so you're being kind of a Renaissance woman, adding TV to it as well.
Sure.
Okay. And your program is A Fresh New Day.
Yes.
So what is A Fresh New Day? What's it about?
It's about life, about the joys of life. My first program was the Full Gospel Fellowship of Native America. So it was about a Christian fellowship.
Okay.
The next one was on missions and miracles, and I'm preparing one on fitness.
Well, there you go. There you go. So you already mentioned, so the first episode was the FGFNA story.
Yes.
And that stands for, again?
Full Gospel Fellowship of Native America.
Okay. And so tell me about that show. Like, what was your goal with that show? What was that about? And kind of, what are they about? What did you want to tell the viewer at home?
Well, I went to a conference for Native American Christians, and I'm part Choctaw Creek, and I just thought it was wonderful for people to see what's going on among the different Native American groups getting together and coming together in one accord and helping and reaching out in the community.
Okay. And what kind of things are going on? Like, what happens at that conference?
People get together and fellowship and pray and worship God and talk about how to reach out in the community, and worldwide, actually. Okay.
And why was it important to you to cover that, to present that to your viewers?
It just kind of fell in my lap, and I thought it was something that people hadn't seen and would help them to know about A Fresh New Day, what's happening.
There you go. And so that was the first one that you did. So what was that shooting experience like? What did you learn from that?
It was really fun. It was a 3-day conference. I shot lots and lots of footage. I learned how much work it is to upload all of that and edit it. So I learned a lot more about what happens and the finished project for every TV show. And
so then your latest batch of episodes, Missions and Miracles.
Yes.
Those are mostly interviews here in the studio.
Yes.
Okay. So who were you interviewing for that, and why? What was sort of the target of that group of episodes?
Well, that was about missions and the work that God does out in the world, all around the world. And I interviewed one of my pastors at my church who's gone on mission trips for over 30 years, and I interviewed a nurse who actually sings in a ministry that I head up as a volunteer. Called Mercy Ministry. We reach out in the community throughout the Twin Cities and the Blaine area and all throughout, and orphanages, there are some.
Yeah.
They're actually called homes for children without parents,
Yeah.
and homes for disabled and mentally ill, and that kind of thing. So we reach out, we sing, and we bring the love of God. And so I interviewed one of my people who helps out. She's a nurse, and we just talked about things God's doing.
Well, there you go. There you go. And that seems like it's kind of the common theme of A Fresh New Day.
Yeah, good things that are happening.
There you go. There you go. So, again, this most recent batch of episodes was interviews, and you did some interviews for the FGFNA story too.
Yes.
Is interviewing something that you find easy to do?
Yes.
Okay.
I like talking to people and finding out what makes them tick.
Yeah. And does your writing experience help in that avenue?
Absolutely.
Yeah. How so?
Because I think all people are basically the same.
Okay.
People want to feel good about themselves. They want to be healthy. They want to be considered important.
Mm-hmm.
And so just listening to people and talking to them.
Yeah. How do you prepare for an interview?
Depends on the topic. Excuse me. If it's something new, let's say a corporate subject, medical invention or something, and I do everything I can to find out about that topic. And the topics that I've researched already, I've done a lot of preparation by my lifestyle and what I've involved myself in, and the people, all were people that I knew, except for FGF, and I met some new leaders I hadn't met before. 3 of them were international leaders, people who've spoken around the world. So I was really happy and excited to be a part of that. And when I see someone who's exciting, I think, wow, I think other people should find out about that person.
Yeah, absolutely. So you start with research. And I'm the same way. It's like for this interview, I know you. Yes. I know the show you're doing. Didn't need to do a lot of research. But yeah, if I'm doing an interview with somebody I don't know as well, or about a subject I don't know, then yeah, you got to kind of hit the books a little bit.
Yes.
What do you do from there? Do you use lists? Do you write your questions down, or do you just kind of go off the top of your head?
In my mind. I don't like to have a list when I go to see someone. I research it. I'm the type of person who, if it 100% is needed, I'll give 200%. Yeah. So I really know the topic once I go in, and then it's just really fun. And I've always been inquisitive, and I've always enjoyed learning. So,
good.
You know, I just like to learn and share.
Yeah. Me, I need the list. So let's do this. Let's take a look at one of those interviews from the Missions and Miracles, and we'll be back in just a second.
Okay.
All right.
Well, hello, Pastor Nick.
Hello, Anita.
Welcome. I'm so glad you came.
Well, thanks for inviting me.
Amen. Now, you have gone on missions all around the world, isn't that correct?
Yes, I sure have.
How many countries have you been in?
I've been in 24 countries.
Wow. When did you first start going on missions?
The first trip I ever took was to South America, Lima, Peru.
Wow. And when was that?
It was in 1988.
Wow, so you've been going a long time.
Yeah, I've been overseas over 30 times.
Wow. And you really enjoy sharing the love of God all over, don't you?
Yes, I sure do. I've been actually a street minister in Minneapolis for over 32 years.
Wow. So you go on the street and you talk to people that you meet and share the love of God, is that correct?
Exactly.
Awesome. So do you enjoy ministering abroad better, or here in the Twin Cities, or in different states, or just anywhere?
You know, it doesn't matter. People are people, and he said go into the world. And we started out going in Minneapolis.
Wow.
And then we go to the United States.
Awesome.
And we've been in 32 different states in the U.S. too.
Oh, that's just wonderful.
Plus overseas.
Now we're talking.
All right, and welcome back. I'm here with Anita still. Anita, so I always like to say when we work on these shows that nobody makes a TV show alone.
Exactly.
You always need people to help you. We have a great crew helping us out here tonight.
Yes.
So who are some of the people who've helped you make A Fresh New Day possible?
Volunteers. We're all volunteers. We come out of the community, and it's a wonderful group of people, moms and dads and kids.
Yeah. All volunteers here at the station. Who are some of the names?
Devery Foss, my husband Howard, Steve Karen, Rick Bostrom.
But a lot of our regular volunteers, and you mentioned your husband Howard. He's here tonight. He's actually directing this segment right now. I know you're hoping that you guys are going to be able to do more stuff now that he's getting a little bit more training, which I think is great. And speaking of crew, you're also a pretty regular volunteer on a lot of other shows, on shows that other people make, and also we do a lot of programs here that I produce, and you help out on those a lot.
It's a lot of fun. I enjoy it.
What's your favorite thing to do on those kind of shoots?
On-camera talent work.
You like to be in front of the camera.
I do, because I like relating to people. We've done some fun dramas for the children in the community, and to me, that's the most fun. Yeah,
those are a lot of fun, and I was going to bring that up.
Yeah.
That you've been doing those. So we've had you do a few different roles.
Yes.
What's the favorite part that you've played?
Probably the funny anchor. Okay. That was fun. Okay. And then also your Phantom of the Opera. That was a lot of fun.
All right. So the funny anchor that was on an episode of the NMTV Basement. That's a show we do where we show kind of old TV shows, and we showed an old Beverly Hillbillies.
Yes.
And so what did we have you doing?
Anchor.
Yeah, but
I was just doing kind of a straight man comedy part. There were two anchors, and I was acting as always serious, and we were reading a ridiculous script that you wrote.
It was about a turkey running for office. Yes. Yes. And then Phantom of the Opera.
Yes. So I was Carlotta.
You were Carlotta.
The greatest singer.
That's right. You were.
All putty.
You were a great opera singer.
Yes.
We took the old silent movie and kind of dubbed it over.
Yeah, that was
with
fun.
Our voices.
Why am I always surrounded by such idiots?
It's good. So I'm glad that you like doing that kind of thing.
I like camera work too. That's fun. Yeah. And I like doing Flora Director. That's fun.
Good.
Yeah. Yeah. Script supervisor. That's fun. That's all fun.
Is there anything you don't like?
No.
Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. So, what is the future of Fresh New Day going to be? What do you have coming up and planned for us?
Series on fitness. Okay. Taking care of our body.
Okay. Like what kind of things?
Nutritionally and how we should think, and physically things we can do to keep moving and that kind of thing. Okay.
Now, Anita, I'm a little hefty. What is one nutritional thing that I could do to better take care of myself?
When you're green, you're clean. Make sure that you eat lots of green. And do you do that?
Do I eat like crayons?
Like leafy greens. Like
leafy. I had a salad for dinner.
Very good.
Thanks.
Was it organic and fresh?
It came out of a bag.
Well, I'm sure it was a healthy bag.
Yeah, it was a very healthy bag.
Very good. Good for you.
Thanks.
Way to go.
Yeah. So you're going to be talking about those kind of topics.
Yes.
Okay. And I know that are you still planning on doing showing off some exercises and stuff like that? Excellent. I think that's going to be very interesting. Now, you've also been putting Fresh New Day on YouTube.
Yes.
Why do that?
Because a lot of people want to see it who want to see it over again. Okay. That kind of thing. I think the more people we reach with whatever we think is important is a good thing.
Yeah. Well, and certainly our station has kind of a limited reach.
Yes.
It's just kind of the 7 cities right here. So YouTube is like you kind of reach out and get more. Has there been a reaction to you posting your stuff on YouTube yet?
Yes. Lots of good things. All good.
Yeah. Like what?
Well, people say that they're really inspired, they enjoy that, and so forth. The first one I did, FGFNA, I had people ask me to make copies, and it was actually sent throughout Canada and the United States. So
very cool.
I thought it would be neat if I had it on YouTube, although some of the places that I sent it don't have access to, internet and so on. So it's just a way to reach more people.
There you go.
Even in other countries.
And that's something that's always impressed me is that ever since that first episode, you always get a lot of positive feedback about the stuff you're doing here.
I've never had anything but good.
Well, hey, that's what I like to hear, and and your stuff's great, Anita.
Thanks. I appreciate all your help.
Oh, hey, it's always my pleasure. Thank you, and thank you for coming and helping out and being on the show today.
My pleasure.
Great. So we talked about your acting chops. So let's take a look at a clip from that MTV Basement. Let's see you reporting on a turkey.
Okay.
All right.
Hello, I'm Anita Wardlaw.
And I'm Laura Sargent. Just moments ago, scandal rocked the California political scene.
Herman Gobbler, a candidate for the California State Comptroller seat, seen here in happier days, has withdrawn his candidacy after apparently tweeting a young female staffer a picture of his giblets.
Sources from inside the Gobbler camp say that the young woman, Miss Ellie Mae Clampett, had grown close to Gobbler over the past several weeks.
Ellie Mae is, of course, the daughter of millionaire Jed Clampett, who recently publicly endorsed Gobbler. This newest scandal has called into question the relationship between the once beloved dark horse candidate and the controversial hillbilly millionaire, with many suspecting bribery.
Again, Herman Gobbler has withdrawn his candidacy after tweeting a picture of his giblets to Ms. Ellie Mae Clampett.
Stay tuned for more in-depth coverage of this Cinderella story gone foul.
I'd like to thank Anita once again for joining us on In Focus. I'd also like to thank our wonderful crew who, as always, has been made up of students taking our free monthly How to Make a TV Show class. If you'd like to sign up for that or any of our other free classes, you can call or email 763-231-2803 or eric@northmetrotv.com. Again, I'm Eric Houston. Thanks for watching In Focus. We'll be back next month.